everybody, and welcome into Manhattan, Kansas, where we've got a top 10 matchup between two users that go way back, Bemer and CGloss, in a huge matchup. In week 2, we've got a great game ahead of us. Hello, everybody. I am Big D, and we have got a spectacular top 10 matchup here. Bemer, of course, just recently took over that #1 spot from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech going to look to earn it right back next week, though, against Michigan and JIT. We're going to see on the first play from scrimmage, Bemer picks off the bubble screen, and it's 7-0 or 6-0. Going to be 7-0 with the extra point. Bemer, the #1 team, coming into hostile territory. How about that? Pick 6 on the first play from scrimmage, 5 seconds into the game. And South Carolina has a defensive touchdown. So now with that whoopsie out of the way, we'll see what CGloss and Kansas State can do on 1st and 10 from their own 25 once again. First and 10. Avery Johnson, after that 0-for-1 start, they're going to go to the ground this time with Dylan Edwards, and he gets a nice gain. Quick feet, 8 yards on the carry to make this next play. 2nd and 2. So a solid start for Dylan Edwards, and he's been a great year so far with that huge performance in their first game on the road at Michie Stadium against Army. Army also coming out with a W in their last game against Memphis, so a good 1-0 start to conference play for Ball Hawk. And they're going to go to the RPO, and this time a bubble screen again, but this one works out and gets them up near the 40-yard line at the 39. Spivey, sophomore wideout, getting a nice reception there. First of the day, and it's in a 39. From the 39. Quick speed option, and Delon's got some space. One nice move and a spin move inside the 50 and into enemy territory. So Kansas State moving the ball quickly. And just like that, into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Both teams trying to protect a 1-0 record. Avery Johnson has nobody, and he's going to take the sack. He looked to throw it away, but tucked it last second. Didn't want to cause a fumble, so he just tucked the ball and took a sack, a 10-yard sack on 1st and 10. So now 2 plays to pick up 20 yards effectively for CGloss and Kansas State from the 42 now. Going to the wheel route, and that one is nearly picked but incomplete. Dylan Edwards had a hand on it for a second. That was going to be incomplete, and just like that, 3rd and 20. 20 yards in one play. Nothing that this Kansas State offense can't do. But it's also going to be a tough one here. 3rd and 20 from the 42-yard line. I forgot the bug. Here it is. We're good. Avery Johnson rolling out. He might have some space. I don't know if he's going to get 20. Tries to cut it back in, and that might have been his downfall. Did get past the original line of scrimmage and in between the initial sticks, but still 6 yards away from that 1st down marker. Bemer ready for a defensive stand here. I don't think that these two are going to be punting much in this game, although we do have a punt coming out, so CGloss trying to play defense early, and I respect it, trying to trust your defense. South Carolina has not had a chance on offense yet, and that one punting just a little too far. Bounce back into, but just a little too much juice on it. And the Gamecocks will get the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. It's nice to get some college football action amidst all the NFL action. Hope everybody's watching and enjoying the game so far today. 5 seconds for Bemer to pick a play. We'll see if he can get this one off, and he's just going to call a timeout. So an early timeout for Bemer there. So 1st and 10 from the 20. This time, Sellers coming out. We're going to see his first look at him today. It's going to be a handoff to White, and he's got a nice gain. That's going to be a first down on the first carry from scrimmage. Jalen White, 11 yards on the carry. So 1st and 10 from the 31 now. Looking like a speed option will be coming up. That stadium post is rocking for Kansas State. Sellers does pitch it, but White's going to have nowhere to go, and a great defensive play by the Wildcats. Jacob Parrish in there from his corner position to make the tackle for a loss. Second and 12 from the 29 now. Had a nice stop on the K-State side of the ball, but he's got one man down the field. Who else but Nick Harbor going to walk it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. Ice in his veins. Young man with 71-yard receiving touchdown. And South Carolina looked like they were going to stall out a little bit there. What am I talking about? 71 yards in the air. Touchdown, South Carolina. Nick Harbor gets in the end zone once again. No surprise. A team that made the national championship last year and is looking to do it again. Preseason number 2 and now up to number 1. Kansas State gets another chance to respond. Down 14-0. Trying to protect that number 8 spot in the country. Looks like he's coming after Johnson. And he calls a screen pass. Perfect play call. Delon Edwards got some space. He could go, folks. I don't know if anybody's going to catch him. 10-5. See ya. Touchdown, K-State. Wow. The junior from Kansas. What a run on the halfback screen, and we've got a one-score ball game yet again. 12 seconds is all Kansas State needed to put the ball right back in the end zone. So hold everything. Kansas State's offense found some life. And we've got a 14-7 ball game. So 1st and 10, we're going to get a handoff to White again, and he goes backwards once again. So after that first carry from White, we have not seen a whole lot from him. Now 2nd and 11. And folks, after this highlighted matchup, we've got some doozies in week 3. Talk about it more after this play. The RPO going to the flat. Has a man going to get the first down. No, Kansas State wraps him up, so 3rd and 2 now. For South Carolina, and again, we've got some great matchups. Coach and Ballhawk play in week 3, as well as Florida Boy and Bobby, and then the big marquee matchup. Number 1 in the country, well, previously number 1, number 2 in the country. After Bemer, of course, did end up beating him, and we've got a flat play. It's going for a lot. Up across the 50 to the 47. And now Lenora Sellers already over 100 yards in this first quarter. Back to the graphic real quick. Of course, Georgia Tech did end up losing to South Carolina on the road last week. So a tough loss for him. And that's how Bemer ended up taking up that number 1 spot. But we've also got a couple of great matchups as well, between Bobby and Florida Boy, as well as Coach and Ballhawk. We've got another run with White, and he's got a solid gain of 8 yet again. So right after I said that he didn't have a great start, here he goes. He's got 8 yards again on that carry after the huge gain in the flat on 3rd down. 2nd and 2. And we'll see what the play call is. Little triple option here. They're going to White, and great coverage by the Power Cats. That one goes backwards, so now all of a sudden another 3rd and 3. For South Carolina, Kansas State looking to get off the field for the first time this game, really. South Carolina scored on their only possession of the game so far. Third and 3 from the 40. Looks like they're going to go short to the drag route. The Bemer special gets a first down up across the 35. 4 for 4 for Lenora Sellers today. Looking to try to compete for that Heisman, as he was last year. 1st and 10 from 34. As we trickle down the end of this first quarter, just under 2 to go in this quarter. Sellers has time, but he throws it, and it's intercepted, and Kansas State gets the turnover they needed, and it could be a lot more. White trying to chase Payne down. I don't know if he's going to be able to, folks, but he runs into the opposing tacklers, and inside the 15, V.J. Payne, the strong safety senior from Georgia, sets up the Power Cats in 1st and 10 from the 12. All of a sudden, this game flips on its head, and Kansas State looks to score 14 unanswered. They go to the bubble screen again. A dangerous pass, but it's going for 6. Touchdown, Kansas State. A lot of breath trying to keep up with all of this. What a play, back-to-back from the Wildcats. And we've got a tie game here in Manhattan. So, just to sum up Kansas State's last 2 drives. First one play, 12 seconds, 75-yard touchdown. The second one play, 4 seconds, 12-yard touchdown. So if I was Bemer, I would look to keep that Kansas State offense on the sideline because, oh my goodness, they look ferocious right now. That South Carolina offense can also be scary, and I think we're going to see it right here. 1st and 10 coming out at empty for Sellers. Well covered. We'll see where he goes with it. Sellers might just take off, and he will. He's going to get solid 8 yards out of that one. Not much he can do. He sends 5 guys out. Still rush 4, but Sellers able to escape the pocket with a nice mobility. Pick up 8 and make this a much manageable 2nd and 2 at the stripe out in Manhattan. From the 33. Trying to audible, it looked like, but I don't know how well it's going to work with the stadium pulse here in Manhattan. Possibly had him in the flat. That could be another one, and tipped and incomplete. That could have been anybody's ball right there. It looked like South Carolina had a hand on it, but Kansas State was also coming in hot for the interception. But in the end, nada. Incomplete. We've got a 3rd and 2 inside South Carolina territory. So they're only at the 33-yard line, looking to go short on the slant route, and who else but Nick Harbor. This man seems to get open on every play as he gets up across the 50 and into K-State territory once again. Just every time I feel like he gets open. He just has such quick routes. And boom, right across the middle, inside the hash is 1st and 10 from the 49. And they go with a RPO, it looks like, and it goes not really anywhere, maybe a yard on the play as we end the first quarter. High scoring ball game. Kansas State coming out of the woodwork, making it a game. It was 14-0 early, but 14 unanswered from Kansas State right back. 2nd and 9 to start the second quarter. South Carolina looking to get that lead back that they had early after the pick 6 on the first play of the game. And then a huge play from the sideline, huge play from the man, Nick Harbor. And a handoff here goes nowhere. So a loss of 1, and now 3rd and 10. Jacob Parrish yet again making the play on the run. We might be getting a double header here with with Jit as Michigan and Ghostface as GT, another huge top 10 matchup. I don't know if actually where his rankings lie right now, but it couldn't change much because I believe he did have a bye week this week. So 3rd and 10 and another timeout for South Carolina. The Stadium Pulse is doing it. Coastal Carolina, Ethan Vasco, shout out, leading the country in passing yards. Granted, he has played 3 games, so I will say, enjoy it while you got it, young man. 3rd and 10 from the 49, a big play in this one. Looking to go to Nick Harbor, and he does complete, but short of the line to gain. I think everybody in this stadium could see where he was looking. And I believe he might just be confused on the 4th down rules. But he is in opponent territory by about 10 yards, so no problem there. We're going to see a go for it. I'm actually going to check the rules just to make sure. 4th downs. You can go for any 4th down inside opponent territory. Or any 4th down in 3 or less in your own territory. Of course, there are some exceptions, but nothing right now as we're only in the 2nd quarter, and we got a tie ball game. So, 4th and 1 from the 40. A big play for both sides. Momentum definitely going to swing to the side that gets it. All right, let's get it. Right. 4th and 1 from the 40. Stadium Pulse is rocking. Going forward, does he have a man? No, he does not. Great defense by Kansas State. And a huge shift in momentum. All of a sudden, Kansas State with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this matchup as they'll take over right at the 40. Jet touch pass. Going to Spivey and all kinds of green grass. Across the 30 to the 20. Inside the 15 to the 12, and we've seen what Kansas State can do from the 12 as we've seen a touchdown in one play from there earlier. And all of a sudden, CGloss and Kansas State moving the ball. From the 12, looking to go for a screen, not there. Too much action going on in the backfield. Pause. We'll see a 2nd and 10 from the 12. Looking to go for a screen in the diamond formation. There's nobody in front of him. D-Lon Edwards, how about another touchdown? 2 for the game in the first half for this junior from Kansas. Play that fight song, young men. What a game so far for the Wildcats. Just like that, a lead for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from the 25 as South Carolina will look to amend the turnover. So back-to-back drives now. A turnover for the Cox, the Gamecocks. Interception from Lenora Sellers, and then the missed opportunity on 4th down. Did not get it. Still some good defense from Kansas State. Still a gain of 3. For Jalen White and the Gamecocks, and we'll set up 2nd and 7. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Big D. We've got some great games going on in Week 3, possibly a doubleheader after this. With some user matchups that are going to be very impactful for the year, as we've got a bubble screen here to Campbell, and he is all the way across the 50 and of the 44-yard. Caldwell, I apologize, the sophomore from SC. On the bubble screen, picking up huge yardage into opponent territory. Let's go. Right. From the 44 now. 1st and 10 looks like it's going to be a sweep play. And not much there. Kansas State defense wasn't on it. Justice Haynes' first carry in the game goes for Uno. 6:13 to go in this half. Lead a 2nd and 9. Gonna play action, and that might be roughing the passer. No, it was holding on Ryan Brubaker. The center gets the holding call. And CGloss accepts the penalty and makes this a 2nd and 19. Now, I'm no football expert, and I never claimed to be, but if I had to guess here, I'm saying number 8's going to be looking to get the ball. And he's trying to hot route it, but that stadium pulse, Kansas State fans making it difficult. No chance there. They do get the snap off, and Sellers just looks to take off. He gets hit, but he gets a nice gain of 10 back across the 50. And now 3rd and 9 from a very similar position last game. Third and 9, empty backfield for Sellers. I think we know what's coming here, but we'll see where he goes with it. Going to Harbor. Does he have the arm? Yes, he does. Touchdown. Kansas State. Kansas State gets burned, rather, for a touchdown. Nick Harbor. And almost blocked at the extra point, but it's good. And we've got a 21-21 ball game after South Carolina yet again obliterating that K-State secondary with a Nick Harbor touchdown, 43 yards. I believe he's up to 141 on the day in the first half. Yeah, light game for him. That's pretty average, I'd say. South Carolina dominating in possession because Kansas State's offense works so fast. 240 for South Carolina and 179 for the Power Cats. 1st and 10, 25. Just over 5.5, just under 5.5 to go as Delon Edwards gets a carry. It's going to be a good one, too. He could go, but it probably is coming back. And he will walk it in. A penalty on the Wildcats, making this 1st and 18, so 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still 1st down, but now 8 yards back after the huge play. So that could be a killer for K-State. You know, that's a big momentum boost gone. Johnson does have time despite the blitz going to the corner-ish route. I believe it might have been an out route. 2nd and 7, so it's a nice gain of 10 on 1st and 18. And now across the original stick, so essentially a 3-yard gain on 1st down, if you look at it that way. From the 28 now, 2nd and 7. K-State looking again, get that lead back that they had earlier. They are going with the toss play on the speed option, and it goes nowhere. They read that like a book. Kansas State goes backward 3, and now back to a 3rd and 10. So 10 yards needed on 3rd. Need the 35 to keep the drive alive. 4 to go. Going across the middle, tough route. Almost picked, but it harmlessly falls incomplete. You got to think we're going to see a punt here from Kansas State, and they will send out the punt unit. So a 4th down, basically a 3 and out for K-State. After the huge play with Delon Edwards gets called back, found no momentum. And South Carolina will receive this punt take to the 34, which is where Lenora Sellers will bring it back out. I appreciate all the coastal love on the top right there. We have played 3 games, just to preface. I am not better than any of you by any means. We have just played more games, so that's why Ethan leads the country in passing yards and passing touchdowns, because we have played more games. But I'm still going to look to compete up there with all of you every week. What I love about this league, you guys are competitive and fun. 1st and 10 from the 34, and a huge lane for White to the left sideline. A nice move, and he's gone. Nobody's catching him after that. 10-5. Walk it off, young man. Touchdown, South Carolina. And just like that, we've got a 28-21 ball game off the one-play 66-yard touchdown. So that's 3 one-play drives, I believe, so far. And a couple of, couple of 2-play drives as well. So A lot of offense. This is what we were on pace for in this game, though. 14-14 at the end of one, and now 28-21, just under halfway in the second quarter. We'll see what Kansas State can do if they can tie it up. NIU in a game with Minnesota right now. We know that's realistic. They should be winning by a lot if they're beating the number 5 team in the country. Go to the out route to the tight end, and he's got a 5-yard gain to the 30. Avery Johnson, 7 of 11, 170, and 3 Tuggerooskis. Lornor Sellers, 8 of 11, over 200, and 2 touchdowns. Of course, he did have the interception earlier that cost the Gamecocks big. We'll see how that plays out as Dylan Edwards gets a carry for only a yard. We'll set up 3rd and 4 again for Kansas State here. From the 31, down 7 in this first half. South Carolina will receive the second half kickoff as Kansas State started with the ball in this game, and that's how South Carolina actually scored one of their touchdowns. It's off an interception return. 3rd and 4 from the 31. Has a man across the middle, and he'll go to it. First down, a nice play from the Power Cats. Keegan Johnson, the senior from Nebraska. Keeping this K-State drive alive as we'll tick closer to the 2-minute warning. Although announcers have been asked not to call it a warning, and they will get the snap off. They're going to run one more play, trying to cut it back in. Right back to him. A nice 8-yard gain on first down as we hit the 2-minute timeout. 1:57 to go.
Ready up. 42 Spider, Gorilla.
2nd and 2. Go speed option again, and they do get to the quarterback this time. And Delon Edwards spin move up to the 35-yard line. 5 rushes, 30 yards for the junior. And another K-State first down.
Got it.
Now in opponent territory. They're going to go to the flat route. Nobody there. I believe that was a bubble screen and a first down from Kansas State yet again. Avery Johnson, of course, does have that pick as well. I didn't mean to highlight Lornor Sellers. I apologize, but very even in this game. 206 and 204 passing yards between the two fellas. Avery Johnson gets a lane. And he'll slide down a yard short of the line to gain, but 9 on the carry.
On the set.
Second and 1 from the 14. A minute to go. No hurry from the Power Cats. I mean, why would you? You got a great game brewing here. And all the time in the world, 3 timeouts. 1 timeout for South Carolina, so no chances really to stop the clock. A straight handoff to Dylan Edwards. Why not? Inside the 10, inside the 5 to the 4. Yet again, Kansas State can chew that clock and give themselves pretty much 3 or 4 chances to put the ball in the end zone. I don't see any hurry coming from this K-State offense.
Clear. Here we go.
So just letting that clock tick down. Again, South Carolina does get the second half kickoff, and they wanted to go to the tight end out route. Nobody near him. What a throw from Avery Johnson. And how about 4 first half touchdowns for Kansas State and 4 first half touchdowns for Avery Johnson. Just so you know, he's on pace for 8 in this game. 9 plays, 76 yards, 314. Now 29 seconds and 1 TO for the Gamecocks as South Carolina will receive the second half kickoff, yes. But as of right now, they got 29 seconds from the 25. Play call limit has definitely adjusted some things this year. Not as much, spamming play calls, even against CPU teams on defense and on offense. So it's been definitely an adjustment, but I like it. I think it makes the game a little more challenging and more realistic. Sellers can drop back, and he's got a wide open corner route across the 50, all the way up near the 40. And all of a sudden, what could have just been a kneel down to go to half is now an opportunity for 3 or more. 41. First and 10. Sellers dropping back, looking for a man. He's going to have the running back short, and he's going to go right out of bounds on the first down as well. So 16 seconds to go now, pretty much well inside field goal range. 47 from this distance. Of course, that kicking meter is going to be hell with the stadium pulse from Kansas State. Nick Harbor on post looking juicy. But they're going to go to the flat route again, trying to get out of bounds, and he will, and he'll get a nice 5. So 5 more seconds, 5 more yards. 254 pass yards from Marcelo so far. Great game from him. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. As he looks to put the ball in the end zone, possibly with 11 seconds remaining. We'll see what the play call is from Bemer. That's a good play call by CGloss, backing up and just making sure everybody's in their right spaces. Do not leave any openings. There's no reason to. Nick Harbor, what a play off the ball. There is 2 guys there. Great defense by Kansas State. That could have been an interception. But instead it falls to the ground. 5 seconds to go. And I believe the field goal unit is coming out for South Carolina. 11 miles an hour to the right. Kicking meter is fast, but not too fast. And we'll see it. 3rd and 5. This one is going left. Can it sneak in? No, we've got a tie ball game still. 2 seconds to go before half. And I believe this one's just going to be a run to get us to halftime. It will just be a run to DJ Giddens, and he breaks a tackle and gets a nice 9-yard gain, but that will take us to halftime in what has been a spectacular contest between CGloss and Bemer. 28-28. As South Carolina is going to get set to receive the second half kickoff. I wish it was ads, man. I could make revenue off of this. I wish there was a break in these user games. They just go right into the second half and not trying to waste users' time, which I respect. But, you know, as a creator, you know, you look to make money anyway. First and 10 at 25 from South Carolina. Start the second half. The play clock is winding down. 28-28. They do just get the playoff, and they go to the bubble screen. Has some traction. Gets a nice 8 yards on 1st and 10. Making it 2nd and 2 from the 33. Solid game from both these gentlemen so far. We've got a whole other half of ball play to go, but either way, it's been a spectacular game, and I don't see either of these guys dropping much if when one or the other wins. A nice gain from Justice Haynes on the carry, his 2nd attempt of the game. Numero uno going for a solid, I believe, 11-yard gain, getting up to the 44-yard line. We're going to go another handoff here to White, and he's got a solid gain. Another first down in its opponent territory, so all of a sudden, South Carolina moving the ball with efficiency up to the 45-yard line in just 4 plays. First and 10 to the 45. Looks like another handoff. Why go away from it? And that might be why right there. A nice stop from Kansas State on that one, making sure you're not getting it again. You got it plenty on this drive. You don't need any more. 99 rush yards for Jalen White today. And of course, a rushing touchdown to go with it. 2nd and 8 from the 43. So it's coming out, one running back to his left, and who else but Nick Harbor, a huge gain up to the 31-yard line. I'll be right back, everybody. We gotta go take care of something. Headphone warning to all of those who had their volume up. But we saw a missed field goal in the last drive, so what a play from Kansas State, and then immediately South Carolina with an interception to bring it right back to where it was to end the third quarter. So after all of that, South Carolina goes down the field, scores. Kansas State couldn't get it, and then South Carolina looking to put the points back on, putting to go up 2 scores, missing the field goal, and Kansas State in one play. CGloss giving it back to Bemer for his second interception of the day. Number 8 on offense and defense, getting a lot of reps. So from the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Of course, 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Handoff up the middle, goes for 4. Excuse me, 2nd and 6. So 9:46 to go. Again, if you're watching, we have a couple of great games next week. We're going to try to get PSBN to all these. Coach Ballhawk, Florida Boy Bobby, and of course the big one between Jit and Ghostface. They're going into the flat, wide open tight end. 1st down across the 20. Lenora Sellos with over 300 again today. 19-25, 2 tugs to go with 1 interception. So South Carolina looking to put it away, going RPO on this one. And a 1, maybe K-State ready for that one. Jalen White, though, had a great day. 14 attempts, 117 yards, and a touchdown. Second and 9 from the 18-yard line. They're going right to the flat from Nick Harbor. 1 move, and he's inside the 5 to the 4. How do you stop this man? I feel like every time he touches the ball, it is just mutiny. It is just mutiny. What a game for Nick Harbor once again. 1st and goal from the 4. There's a little crack toss coming here. And they will go to White, and there is nobody home. Touchdown, South Carolina. So Jalen White in the end zone for the 2nd time in this game. And now we've got a 42-28 game. And as I was mentioning, we've got some games week 3. Knock your socks off, including a huge matchup with Jit and Ghostface. That's sure to be a spectacular ball game for us there. Can't wait for that one as we get a touchback to make it 1st and 10 at the 25 for Kansas State. Number 18 in the nation looking to grasp any hope at life in this one. Of course, they were down 14-0 early in the first quarter, but went unanswered for 14 points right back and tied the ball game. So not out of the question. 42-28 gets a first down there on the bubble screen. It's up to the 36 now, and K-State looking to go quickly. Across the middle, not there to the tight end, does stop the clock, but it'll make it 2nd and 10. Jerron Willis, the junior from Georgia, in there to make the deflection, cause the disruption on the catch. By the way, 2nd and 10. The 36-yard line, looking short, and why not? Go to Delon Edwards, and he'll pick up some yards for you, nearly up to the 50, 48, so nearing enemy territory now. 7 minutes to go. Going back into the flat, and a nice move. Keeps him on his feet for a couple extra yards. Gets 6 on the play. And now 2nd and 4. We'll see what Kansas State wants to do with it. They look like they were trying to change formation maybe, and out goes Delon Edwards. Not looking to him. They're going to look for the wide open drag right across the middle for Spivey. Spin move inside the 25 to the 24. What a move there from Spivey. Skip. 1st and 10 to the 24 in South Carolina territory. Ooh, that was nasty. If you wanted to watch this game again, didn't catch the whole thing, it'll be uploaded on the YouTube. If any of you know anybody who didn't watch this game or couldn't catch it today, again, it will be on the YouTube later. Going to the wide open corner route, and he sits on it. Had the walk-in touchdown, but went down at the 1. I understand the thought of it, just making sure that if it doesn't get picked, just go down easy, make sure you don't jar the ball loose, and they're going to go quickly to Delon Edwards, and now all of a sudden, Kansas State wasting time off that clock, and what could have been an easy walk-in. Just game mechanics not working out there for CGloss on that last play. And now 2nd and goal from the 4 as time ticks down under 5.5. Bemer knows the defense he wants to run. It's just a matter of what offense CGloss and K-State's going to come out to oppose it. Avery Johnson going to roll out. He might just have an open lane to the end zone. And he throws back at the end zone. Incomplete. I thought he had an open lane to run for it. But 'twas not to be. Missed the throw there just by a small amount. Not an easy. Not by much there. 3rd and goal from the 4. Johnson looking. Has a lane. Won't take it yet. Going corner of the end zone, and that's incomplete. And here's the game, folks, on 4th and goal from the 4. What defense by Bemer, South Carolina. I feel like they're reading everything. 4th and goal. Colton needs 4 yards to get to the end zone. With 5:17 to go. Basically, the game here. I mean, you can't come up empty. Or if you did, it'd be really difficult. Johnson continues to step back, and that one is picked, and that could do it. South Carolina is down at the 1. Jerron Willis again. Had a sack last game, and now an interception in today's game along with 2 tackles. What a couple of games for him. And Sellers is going to come out on the 1-yard line. They go to the toss play, and he's got space. Yes, gets out of the end zone by a yard. I know CGloss was praying for that safety, or possibly a fumble, but not to be there. No gain, no loss. No gain. So still at the 1-yard line is South Carolina, and they are not making it easy. Kansas State trying to make this. Again, they need a 1-score game if they even want a chance at it. Coming out and empty from the 1-yard line. Going short, and yet again only gets a yard on the short completion, so Kansas State making it tough. really given any time. South Carolina quarterbacks, the Sellers, 21 of 27 today, though. Up over 320 yards. But at this point, you're really not looking to get a first down even. You're really just looking to make sure you don't get into safety. 3rd and 9 from a 2. And brought down. Good defense by Kansas State. Justice Haynes with his 5th carry of the game. Just like that. So Kansas State is getting another chance at it. But that clock's going to run a lot. So they'll boot it with about 3:08 to go. Kansas State gonna have solid field position. Oh no, of all times! Does go down to the 41. I apologize for that. That was unfortunate. But no worries, as we've got a 1st and 10 from the 41. So 41 yards to pay dirt. If you're K-State, you're gonna want. Realistically, you want to have a minute 2. I mean, you want to get down there before the 2-minute warning, so you can have that as an extra timeout in your back pocket. Right? I mean, that's what I would plan to do here. Dylan Edwards gets the fake handoff, going to the corner route. This time he stays on his feet, learned his lesson inside the 12 to the 11. And in just, 5 seconds? A huge gain. 30 yards to Brandon Lofton. And K-State moving again. Only 3 seconds gone, and now plenty of chances to make this work. Going to the flat, not there. Does hit the ground, so stays incomplete. And it was a forward pass, so it stays incomplete. No fumbles here, which could have been detrimental. Second and 10 from the 11.
Ready, ready.
11 yards to the purple zone.
Jackrabbit.
2:54 to go. Screen pass, nice call. We'll see how it works. Dylan Edwards trying to follow his lineman, but he got caught a little bit. And very familiar territory now. 3rd and 2 from the 4. They can pick up the first down, so that might be something of note. Don't need to score a touchdown on this play. It's interesting that he couldn't even get out from behind his linemen. But took us there, but 3rd and 2 from the 4 nonetheless. That's what the play call is. From the 4, 2:49 to go. Down 2 scores. QB power with Avery Johnson does get the first, so there you go. Didn't need to overdo it there and trying to get 6. Just went right up the middle, tried to get the first. Now you get 4 more chances at it with plenty of time on the clock. Bubble screen, not there. I know CGloss knows you can't use those timeouts, so now the clock dwindling. 2:25 to go. You essentially have 20 seconds to get that ball in the end zone.
Okay, ready?
Now make it 7 seconds. 6.
Set.
So it looks like you're going to have to burn the 2-minute warning, and now the timeouts are just going to be your best friend here. Avery Johnson does escape pressure a little bit. Tries to throw it back toward the end line, but it's not there. Great defense by South Carolina. I mean, their goal line defense has been spectacular. It seems like everything that Kansas State and CGloss run is just not working out.
Green 25.
Slant route in the end zone, and they finally break the seal. Touchdown, Spivey. First of the day. And we'll see what Colton goes for. We'll see if he just takes the extra point or goes for the 2 here. I wouldn't blame him for doing either. We'll see what he ends up calling here. And he is just going to go for the field goal for the tie. I think either would have been smart moves. I mean, you've had a rough day on defense. But either way, a 1-score game yet again, and I believe he's just going to kick it off normally. Why risk it for the biscuit? That one goes long. So essentially, you got 3 chances if you're Kansas State. 3 chances to take this Down to 4th down. Get the ball back. 3 chances to cement your legacy against Bemer and against everybody else in the college football world. And a great play call on the 1st down. A huge gain, so not quite over yet, but that certainly helps. A huge burst of speed. There's another handoff. This one's blown up in the backfield, and Bemer did not take as much time off the clock as needed, so definitely a plus for Kansas State. And now you're essentially, it's as if you got the ball back with 1:38 to go. So a bit of poor clock management on South Carolina's part, and honestly good clock management on Kansas State's part. 2nd and 15. Expecting the run, but it is Bemer. They will run it again, and only a gain of 4 now, so 3rd and 11, and possibly their chance, possibly the chance that K-State needs to win this ball game, or at least tie it and take it to OT. Got a lot of momentum in this 4th quarter. We'll see though. 3rd and 11, the 38. It's another handoff, and he was looking to keep it, and now K-State's going to have a chance. You could tell Bemer was not looking to hand that one off. He was looking to pull that one and go to another one of his receivers on the pass block. This one is booted long, or high, I should say, but not very long, and great starting field position for Kansas State at the 43. So how about it? Kansas State with a chance. Oh, that ball just went so high. 5 seconds to snap it. They'll probably get off. Probably. They do. Speed option, and nearly a disaster to start the drive. Blocking gets blown up in the backfield. Doesn't lose any yardage, but that could have been disastrous if the ball didn't get into his hands. A minute to go in this heated contest. Avery Johnson had no time. Brian Thomas Jr. just blew through a double team. Wow, what a play. Now making this one of the toughest plays of the game for Kansas State. As the corner out, he's going to take it. And he's got it! He's got room 30, 20, and out of bounds. Oh my goodness! The ball floats right over the defender's head, and Avery Johnson just saved his team. Spivey again. This man has his fingerprints all over this game. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 from the 20. Screen pass. South Carolina did see it, but not there in time. Dylan Edwards. Great moves. I believe he does have the first. They did not give it to him. They've got to go. 2nd and inches from the 10. 25 and counting. Johnson will have it. He fumbles. Recovered by Kansas State. 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds from the 6-yard line. And a flag. I believe that might have been a false start. I don't know if the clock stops. I believe it does. But now 1st and goal from the 11. The 10-second runoff. I believe that's the only reason I can think of it. One play to decide it. 4 seconds to go from the 11. I'm going to move my mic away from my face just in case. Dropping back, going to the corner. Touchdown, Kansas State. Wow. Needed one play. Got it. 6 points for Johnson. Oh my. And just like that, a chance to tie or take the lead depending on how the K-State offense is feeling. They've been humming, and they are going for the win. 2 points. 25 seconds. Of course, they can just take the penalty and go backward, but we'll see where they go with. They're going for it. Avery Johnson wide open. It's over. It is over. Kansas State with the upset of a lifetime. Number 1 goes down. 43-42 as Kansas State upsets number 1 in the country. Avery Johnson, 411 pass yards and 6 touchdowns, including the game winner, essentially, on the corner route, and then the game-winning 2-point conversion. I have never seen a better game in my life. I'm going to put this graphic up because Bemer stopped his stream, but thank you all for watching. What an insane game we just saw. Kansas State escapes with a huge win, being down 2 scores multiple times, including in the fourth quarter, and out of nowhere beats the number 1 team in the country. Everybody, thank you for being here. I need to go take a sip of water after that one. I'm dying. Whew, my heart's pounding. Congratulations, CGloss. Bemer, you played a hell of a game as well. But that'll do it for this PSBN stream. Again, we've got some great games coming up between Jit and Ghostface, between Florida Boy and Bobby, and between Coach and Army next week. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time on PSBN. What a game today. Wow.